congratulations, Grant. How pleasing a victory was that?
Yeah, it was a good result for us. I don't think it was the best of games, to be honest with you. Scrappy, tense affair, which I'm sure most people would imagine it would be anyway, given the position of both teams. But I'm really pleased with our lads. We dug in, we stayed strong. We had to defend, quite a lot of balls in their box and shots and blocks. And when we needed to be clinical, we were.
Yeah, they started both halves particularly brightly, but as you say, once you'd weathered that storm, your side came into it as the halves progressed.
Yeah, it was one of them games where we weren't great in terms of on the ball. I thought defensively we were strong when we had to be. I was pleased for the goalkeeper and for the back five. For the majority of the game, because they put a lot of work in for that to happen. But also as a team, it's really pleasing to come away and get a clean sheet and 3 points.
Yeah, plenty of times in the game, and not in terms of a desperational moment, but the blocks, the tackles, some of your players, it was very committed and you sort of pinned perfect at the precise moment.
Yeah, I mean it's a good finish from Jack, isn't it, on his left foot. Jack's in good form, him and Jono, and really good finish on a counter-attack break. And then I'm pleased to see us score off a set play. We've been doing quite a lot. We've been doing quite a lot of work on that. There's someone's ring doorbell going there.
Sorry.
Yeah, we've been doing quite a lot of work on that, and it's nice to see. I'm not sure who got the last contact. Frankie and Jack Taylor's having a little argument in there, but
really?
Listen, it's a goal, so we're pleased to score for set play.
Yeah, of course, the goal's very important, and so too the energy up top and the front three. Was it quite a simple team selection for you? Obviously, Joe coming back, but Jack returning in the side as well.
Every time you pick a team what you think's gonna be best to play against the opposition. We knew our subs would give us a massive impact today, which I thought all three did. Ricky J. Jones, Kwame, and Joel Randall. We've had a lot of games in a short space of time as well, so we've got to make sure we keep the freshness in the group. But Joe Ward had to come off at half time with a dead leg. We moved Sammy in there, it didn't quite work, but we had to change it quickly into a different system. Because Barnsley, again, like you say, they started quite well in the first 15-20 minutes. But for me, I'm more pleased for my team. That's 2 wins in a row now, unbeaten in 4. We're on a nice little run. We want to try and keep our momentum. And
JCH coming off towards the end, what was the thinking behind that? Was he just the amount of minutes he's played of late?
Yeah, no thinking around it really. He's put another massive shift in, him and Jack. So it was more just to put a bit of freshness into the team.
And Joe, is it just a bit of a knock for him, or does it look more serious?
Yeah, it's just a dead leg. He's quite sore, Joe, during the first half and at half time. And sometimes when a dead leg, you can do as much patching up at half time as you want, but it'll still affect you early part of the game. So we didn't want to take a risk on that.
Yeah, you mentioned the work on set pieces. I remember in one of the first games after we spoke to you, you were also talking about improving the team in transition. In essentially that first goal, that's where it comes from, doesn't it? It's I think Fuchs winning the ball and then almost within seconds the ball's in the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a real focus at the training ground, and when we have any meetings or when we're on the pitch training, it's a lot of it is pass forward, run forward. We think about that all the time. We want to try and pass forward as quickly as possible and try and score in transition as much as we can, but not only in possession but out of possession.
Yeah, no, an away clean sheet hasn't happened too often, Grant. Must be very pleased with that, especially as you've alluded to the pressure with Barnsley. We're just throwing balls into the box towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, look, the boys have put an unbelievable shift in for us over the last 9 games. I said to them yesterday, actually, we had a chat yesterday, and I said, look, over the last 8 games we've picked up 10 points. We probably should have beat Bristol and Luton, given how we played, which probably could have accumulated 14 points. Over the course of the season, over the course of 40 games, that puts you on to 70 points with 6 to spare. That's how competitive we've been over the last 9 games. And I'm just pleased because they're putting a massive shift in for us.
It's a bold question, Grant, but I'll go with it. You're a bit disappointed you didn't get the call earlier then from Peterborough United. If you'd been in charge earlier, given what you produced here, you must have thought safety might have been possible. No,
that's not for me to answer. That would be more for the owners and the chairman. I'm just pleased to be given the opportunity. I've replaced a manager I've got so much admiration for as a player. and when I worked here under him as a coach as well, done an unbelievable job and the best manager in the club's history. So for me, I'm just pleased with the reaction the players have given myself and the coaching staff. And
especially delighted with the 2 wins over Easter, because that's obviously maximum points and can't ask for much more. Absolutely.
You know, it's been a tough spell. Obviously over the Easter period is tough, and you know, the players haven't had a day off. We've been working. I think they deserve a break now for a day or two, and we'll try and, you know, go and get another 3 points against Nottingham Forest next week.
Yeah, when you came in, it was this very much mentality, one game at a time. It's obviously still the message, but there isn't any sort of room to slip up. So the fact that you're winning every game that comes must be very pleasing.
Yeah, that's all we can do. I heard the players talking after the game, Redding's equalised in the last minute. We can't affect anybody else. You know, all we can do is focus on us. You know, if we stay up and somehow stay up, then mathematically, then great. If we don't, then we'll have a clear plan and focus on next season, and we'll be really competitive in the market, and we'll try and put a squad together to try and win the league.
Just a note before we let you go on George Grant not in the squad. Is he just another one of those unlucky players to have missed out on this occasion?
George has got a bit of an injury, so we never risked him today.
Top stuff. And the message clearly, there's still belief in the camp.
Absolutely. I think you've seen that today. We wanted our fluid best, but we dug in. We had to stay strong. We defended our box when we needed to, and we scored at crucial times in the game to get the 3 points.